Hey everybody, it's been a little while since I communicated with y'all, but I do have a new student with me. I'm going to introduce him to you right now. Of the Tubiest, the best YouTube subscribers on the planet. That's you. And I'm 50 plus. And Mr. Hall is here. It's my new student.
How y'all doing?
He's been with me for what? Well, actually today is a week, right? Because you got on Thursday, so it's a week and a day.
Week and a day. Yeah.
Week and a day. Technically speaking, this is only completed 1 week. You know, because that day is just the bonus day for you. So, but anyways, this thing is in the way. No, yeah, it is. I'm gonna move that out of the way. So, what I like to do is introduce you to the subscribers, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about. What made you decide to come truck driving, and what made you choose Melton, and my channel is basically it's a channel for rookies, okay, and the information that we give them, good, bad, or ugly, is just going to be the truth. And so you don't have to sugarcoat anything, just give your truth, because what they want to know is the process, and after you've made the decision to, and you know, your experience with the recruiter, you know, your experience at the school, and just shoot it straight, okay? Then, you know, it's not lost on me that, you know, some of the powers that Melton watches, okay? And they want to know the truth, okay? So you can say it with no repercussions, you know? I kind of, you know, I drop F-bombs, but you know, we're gonna try to keep it as clean as possible. Okay. So first, why trucking? What did you do before trucking?
Well, before trucking, I was working up in this factory, a shoe factory, Allen Edmonds.
Allen Edmonds, dude! I got a closet full of Allen Edmonds, man.
Yeah,
you know, now
I was actually making the shoes,
making the shoes, really. You know, I guess it was maybe 5 or 6 or 10 years ago, something like that. It's been, maybe 10, but like maybe 5 years ago, something like that. They got new management, or they changed over, or something happened.
They kept selling the company, yeah.
Yeah, they kept selling.
Yeah,
yes,
I've been with them for a while, yeah.
Yeah, man. But to me,
so
something changed.
Surprising, not many of us
black people wear Allen Edmonds.
Know about Allen Edmonds.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you locked on it real quick. That kind of surprised me, but like
yeah. But now, in case y'all don't know, if you need a true pair of well-made shoes, okay, then they started with dress shoes, okay, and that's what I have with them, is dress shoes. I think they got some other stuff now, but casual shoes. I do have some casuals. The casuals, to me, I wasn't as satisfied with the casuals as I was with the dress shoe. They
like you said, they first started with it, but now you should check out the selections now.
Yeah,
I mean, they got some different brands, different designs, different. Yeah,
if they are not cheap, by the way, they're not.
Oh no,
but they are Goodyear welted shoes, which means the uppers can be resold. In fact, you can actually send them to Allen Edmonds, and they will remake those shoes for you. You get them back, they're gonna have new laces, of course, but they put new soles on them, and you know, polish and take care of the leather, stretch leather out real well, and what ends up happening is, as you walk in these shoes, the cork in the sole forms your foot, and then it's a hell of a shoe experience, okay? And again, not cheap, but They're some nice shoes, and I really enjoy them. You know. Anyway, we're not talking about shoes. He said, Alan, that's one of my favorite shoe lines. I really do like them. You know, but I wear a lot of boots now when I'm out in public. But so after Alan Edmonds, you decided, and I'm pretty sure Alan Edmonds was hit with the COVID thing.
With the COVID thing, yeah. They put us on layoff, on furlough, March into April of last year.
And so I just did that in order to make sure that the sound stays in it. The sound balance is better with all the windows closed. So we're going to suffer a little bit while we talk to y'all, because we are in Tejas. You'll get a little toasty in a minute. So that's something that you guys have experienced. I'm sure everybody either knows somebody or related to somebody who's had a loss of job because of you know, the state of the earth right now, not just the United States. I mean, you know, unless you live in a remote island in the hills somewhere, you know, COVID has touched every part of this planet. So, you know, you lose your job. Now, I can tell you that the good thing you chose trucking, because, you know, I remember driving down the highway through Dallas. We just drove through Dallas. Okay. Mm-hmm. You've driven through a couple of cities. Yeah.
About 3-4 times.
Yeah. So I remember, you know, at rush hour time, you know, 6-7 o'clock in the morning on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, pick a day, and you could drive in the middle of 2 lanes if you wanted to. I drove through Dallas full speed on cruise control. Because there was nobody on the road but trucks. That's it. Yeah. Trucks and police, because everybody couldn't get out of the house. Yeah, it was locked down, and so the result of that is a loss of job. You know, yeah. and trucking is something that, if trucks stop rolling, this earth is in trouble. It's gonna be bad if trucks stop rolling. You can't survive without it. You know, so it's a good idea that you picked, you know, for you to come to do trucking. So now, I need to let him talk more, right? I got it from my mouth. Anyway, let's talk about your choices. I know you told me about you went somewhere else before. This was a little small company before Melton, but then what made you choose Melton, and did you consider anybody else, any other company?
I considered. Well, I was hearing a couple of other people out, but Melton was flatbed. So I was saying, you know, this is this little saying that trucker drivers lazy and all this, you know. Yeah. So basically, you know, the flatbed exercise and you know, getting a little sweat, you know, keeping your body in tune a little bit. So I'm like, okay, yeah, if I'm gonna do it, let me stay a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Working out a little bit. So right. Was there any other flatbed company that you had considered? It was a local one. Uh-huh. But it seemed like the process was going too slow. So I just said, you know, Melton, you know, it's a bigger company, you know, they're got better trucks and stuff like that, keep everything up. So I'm gonna go with that. Good, yes. So how did you reach out to him? Did you send you go to the website and click on links? Facebook. Yeah, Facebook. There you go. Yeah. Good. So how did the process after you initiated, how long was it before somebody contacted you? Right away. Yeah. And right away, like the next 10 minutes. Yeah. Those Facebook is on it, right? Yeah, this little apply thing, put your name, information up in there. And next thing I know, the phone ringing in 10 minutes. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. Now, that is one thing different. So when you click the link, what did you have to put in?
before somebody contacts you?
Your name, if you're a CDL driver, did you just graduate? They ask you those type of questions. Did you just graduate? How many years of experience do you have? And so I guess they get a basic idea of the situation you in before they contact you.
Right. Now, the reason that is significant is because a lot of companies will actually have you fill out a long 5-page full-blown application before anybody even contacts you.
Oh yeah, no, they didn't do that.
Yeah,
it's just like simple questions.
Simple questions, and even in the link that I have down there, when you click that link, it's very, very, very simple, because they would rather find out who you are and whether or not there's a possibility that you can get the job before they have you fill out that long form, man. I mean, I don't get it why most companies don't do it that way, and then and that made it because then you would have known right then and there if the shoe was going to fit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. So you fill out the application afterwards, and then they had you to set a date to come in for orientation, or
she call you, ask you a couple questions. Me in particular, the person's name was Nancy, and she was a very kind person.
Yeah.
I mean, she was working hard. Like, she seemed like she was trying to push you in,
right?
Trying to work hard to get you in instead of just like some of these companies where they're okay, well, do this happen? Well, oh no, that's not going to work. She was more like, okay,
let's see what we can
do to
make it
go
work.
See if I can make this, or see if I can make this happen, or so it was kind of different. She seemed like she was fighting for you.
Right. And Melton isn't a small company. Okay, I mean, we got almost 1,300 plus trucks right now, so it's not like a massive mega carrier with thousands and thousands of trucks. Okay. So the controlling staff is small enough to where you can get a decision handled. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, like, big mega carriers, you may have an issue, and the person that you speak to, your DM, you give that DM the question, and if they don't know if this is outside of protocol, now they got to call somebody else.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And then that person is not authority to make a decision. They then have to go to their superior, and they have to keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going until you finally, get a half-ass answer.
Right.
But that don't happen here because the apple don't fall too far. You know what I'm saying? And that makes it a lot easier. So I get what you're saying. So now you're in. Okay, from the time she says Nancy, by the time Nancy says, okay, you're good, when do you want to start class, or how soon did you start orientation?
That's another thing. She didn't really force the issue on come right now. You got to come right away. She was like, okay, well, when is it the next time? When is a comfortable time that you think you can come? We have orientation every Monday, and whenever you're ready, just let us know. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Just we're ready for you.
Right.
So I appreciated that she gave me some time to like get everything situated, rather than trying to rush the issue. So
Right.
That was cool.
And how much time did you spend between that phone call and showing up on your Monday for orientation?
I took like a week and a half to get everything situated.
Right. And the reason I wanted to bring that up is because I don't want you to get that misconstrued. I don't want you to get that twisted where they give you a job offer and say, come on, when do you want to come? And then you say, well, I'll be there in 4.5 months. That's not what we're talking about. Okay, that's what we're talking about. And a lot of that has to be with people are uncertain. because that actually happens. It's not like, it's not, you know, I'm not trying to just, you know, talk crazy. That actually happens. You know, they say, okay, we ready when you ready, and you know, you mean I got to actually pull the trigger on this thing? And then they get all kind of clammy, you know, don't know what to do, and it take them a while to get that second burst of energy. Okay, I think my burst of energy will come back, you know, my motivation will come back up in 3.5 months. No, dude.
No,
you know, a lot of things can happen in that 3.5 months that, you know, all of a sudden they might have to interview you again, you know?
Yeah.
You know, and so.
Because she was asking me, like, why everything was going on within that week and a half, like, did anything new pop up? That, you know, so yeah.
That's right. Yeah. You know, so when you get ready to come on. And I keep saying it all the time. I heard me say it for years. You know, when is the best time to get started? Right now. Quit procrastinating and quit talking about, well, I need to get this hound first. Well, I need to get that hound first. Quit all the excuses and come on. Okay? You know, hurry up. But now, so you show up to orientation. Everybody has the same protocols in orientation. Everybody don't have the same experience in orientation.
Right.
Okay? And so your experience is going to be different than my previous students' experience. And you guys went through the same thing. So this is when I shut up and I listen to you talk about your experience straight up. The good, the bad, the ugly about orientation.
About orientation?
Yeah.
The 2 weeks doing orientation. Okay, well, you know, Nancy basically explained to me that it was a 2-week orientation, and then you were going to go through that orientation, and that you had to go through the process of everything, and then the next 3 weeks that you will be where we are right now. So I mean, so that's 5 weeks there. That's 5 weeks.
Okay.
Now obviously it took a little longer for me. Then that's the one thing I didn't appreciate. So
okay. And how long did it actually take you?
It actually took me almost 2 weeks.
So
after the 2 weeks.
So you were almost 4 weeks, 2 weeks in orientation, 2 weeks in a hotel. But every day during, well, I'm gonna let you talk about those days, what you did after those 2 weeks of orientation for 2 weeks waiting to get on my truck. So
okay.
So just so we can break it down, it was 2 weeks for orientation. After the 2 weeks, you then are dispatched to a trainer. It's supposed to be.
Well,
you're supposed to be going with the trainer. And then you're with that trainer for 3 weeks. That gives 5 weeks. Okay. 5 weeks, you're done. That's the plan.
Basic, yeah.
Now we're week 5, but you still got 2 more weeks on the truck, right?
Yeah.
So that extra 2 weeks was the unpleasantness.
I mean, because you're away from your family and everything like that, and it wasn't planned. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I would say unpleasant.
Yeah.
Now you got to resituate things, recall your family, like, you know, this is what's happening now. You know what I'm saying? And you know, this is what's unexpected. So yeah.
Let me ask you this.
But I guess through some situations, it's going to be situations like that. So
correct. You know, what ended up happening, and I'll you know, I'm not, you know, the company's advocate. I mean, that they don't. What I do on YouTube is from me to you guys. It got nothing to do with Melton or Swift or any other company. And I only talk about those two because those are the only two that I can give you direct knowledge about. Truth, you know. Otherwise, I'm just gossiping, you know, if I don't know it. Okay, but I don't, you know, they don't pay me for this. They have nothing to do with this YouTube page. So I'm not saying that I'm advocating for them, but I'm on the other side of it. Therefore, I know some other information that you maybe don't know.
I mean,
okay?
well,
And so and that you guys don't know.
Me personally, I took it as because they ask you about the driver. You know what I'm saying? About your trainer.
Right.
Do you want him to smoke? Do you want him not to smoke? Do you want a pet? Do you prefer pets and all that type of stuff? So just guessing, I put no pets, no smoking.
Right.
So, those are two things that a lot of people do.
Yep. And they eliminate.
So
yeah.
I just put that might been a reason towards it. You know what I'm saying?
That is. Now, if I told you, let's move up, because I don't want anybody to think they can. It don't matter if they jump in front of us, because we're gonna move up just a minute. We'll hear the truck start up. We're in a line, by the way. Y'all know I don't. This is a rarity for flatbed. We generally don't wait. We go to a shipper, and within I think I may have got detention in the time that I've been here. I may have gotten detention twice, maybe. And if I hold a load and I'm regional, I get a new load every day, and I might have got detention twice. It just don't happen that often. Okay, but we're in the line today, and the lady said a minimum 2 hours. Okay, so that part is a common thing, and that is not just Melton. That is a industry-wide thing when it comes to trainers, because there's just not enough of us. There's not enough trainers, and I know it. When I came to this company, I know the training thing, and I waited for my time where I could, do it, become a trainer. And I do it because you sat in the hotel room for 2 weeks waiting on me. You know what I'm saying? If there's somebody waiting for someone else to reach out a hand to them. And, we're driving around, with the ability and not the motivation. So I think more drivers should go to that hotel and look at those faces, at those guys that really want to get out and start, a career where they can take care of their family, but they can't. They got to sit in the hotel room and wait for somebody who's willing. When we should be, more of us should be willing. Okay, that's just a fact. So Melton may get. I had the numbers written down, and I'll make this again, but they might get in a week like 20,000 applications. Okay, in a week. Okay, and then 2,000 of those might be hireable, and then how many end up coming into your class?
My class is actually pretty big. So
were yours like 60 or 70?
Yeah.
Yeah, out of 20,000. That's how many out of 20,000?
Oh,
you see what I'm saying? So there is a lot that go. You'd be surprised. It's so the amount of effort. And my numbers may be a little bit twisted, but I wrote them all down in the orientations. I wrote them all down, so I know what those are, and I'll give them to you. But I'm not very far off. Okay. The amount of money and time and man hours and woman hours and all that that goes into getting you in this seat is you would be surprised. It's I don't understand. These trucks must be making $1 billion a minute for that to happen. It's a lot that goes into it.
I honestly understand that, but at the same time, it's not paying my bills.
Correct.
I still have to take care of my kids.
Right, and that's true, and and I say that about how much they put in to get a driver in that seat.
Yeah,
and I'm actually speaking to any other Melton drivers that are that may be watching this, and they may be eligible to become a trainer, then maybe we can step up and start helping the cause. You know what I mean? They're going to spend all the money it takes to help somebody get to this point, and then do like this and do like this, hoping that you will be willing to wait another 2 weeks for somebody to put you on their truck. So maybe we could put forth some effort. That being said, it's not easy. Melton's just not gonna let you come be a trainer for him just because you've been here for so long, a period of time, or you got so much experience. There is a vetting process. There's a vetting, and y'all probably, I don't know if I made a whole bunch of videos about it, but I actually was starting to get a little twisted because I'm going, why in the hell ain't somebody called me and told me something? You can't be a trainer. You're going to be a trainer. Let me know something. What's taking so doggone long?
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because now, I don't know about nobody else's experience, but I have a trainer that I'm cool with.
Yeah.
I can, we can conversate with, and I'm not sitting here like, dang, I can't stand my trainer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I can't, because I have heard that before. You know what I'm saying? So you give and you take. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
It was 2 weeks. It was but like my mother kept on telling me, like, you already went through the 2 weeks. Just keep on pushing, keep on learning. You there?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no point in just going to get through it.
Right. And there is pay involved while you're waiting.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not like you're sitting in a hotel room and you're not getting paid. You're not sitting in a hotel room the whole day because you still are going to go to the facility every day and Monday through Friday. And you're gonna get
and
it feeds you.
Well, breakfast and lunch.
Yeah, and
they give you access to the van. So
so they don't just like sit you on a block of ice until. So you're gonna get some training while you wait, some securement stuff, and so you're gonna do some work. You're gonna get your hands dirty, and you're gonna get used to some things and learn some things, and the repetition of it may get a little boring, but just try to suck it up, man, and get it done, and then eventually somebody's gonna pick you up. Okay, so let me ask you this: did you have an option of going home and just waiting at home until you got a phone call?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did. Honestly, I just feel, because from what I heard, the people that went home, I'm not sure, but they were still paid a certain amount per day. But I felt like if I stayed, I was showing Melton that I was serious about the job.
Right.
So I felt like if I stayed, they'll look at me, you know what I'm saying, and like, okay, well, this person is really serious about this job.
Right.
So yeah, that's what made me stay.
Right. And that side of it, I can't speak directly to.
Difference or not?
Right.
But,
I don't know that is a point that they watch. I really honestly don't, but I can tell you this: they did make a point to let me know that they trusted you enough to let you be in charge of that van while you all was going to the hotel, right?
Oh yeah.
So they watched that. They knew they watch you while you're in training, and they're getting. So you knew I was driving the van. Yes, I knew that you were that they had given you the keys. You were in charge of it. So for them to be able to say that this person in this period of time is responsible, we're going to give him the keys to the van. He's going to be responsible for transporting students back and forth, that kind of stuff, and take them to the store, all that kind of thing. I mean, they're watching, they're paying attention. Okay, so so you may not be too far off. They may be you're constantly getting evaluated by anybody that will employ you, I would hope. But so the school, what did you actually think about the way the orientation was run? Do you think it was the process was organized and smooth flowing, you know.
The instructor that we had, he was basically explaining to us that because of the pandemic and everything and all that, they was just starting back up, and we just happened to be like the guinea pigs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
The new process.
Of the new process that was going on. So, I mean, you know, with a new process just starting, it's going to be a lot of, that 2 weeks could have been involved up in it. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be a lot of niches and stuff like that. So, I mean, but.
And weather.
Yeah. So, I mean, for what it's worth, everything that was going on, I mean, I gathered a lot of information, a lot of useful information, and you know, what the teachers there, you can ask them anything, you know, and they'll help you. So I was, you know, every time I went to a teacher and asked this teacher this question and asked the teacher that question, there was no problem. So
good. But guys, I know this video is long. We're at 32 minutes right now. I'm trying to get you guys some truth, some real information that you can use. A lot of people don't like watching long videos, but I'm hoping we're going to end this one now, but we're going to pick up again, and we'll talk some more about his experience through the school, the process, the mentoring phase up to this point. And by the time we chat again, he'll have you know, gotten some more, you know, backing down, and so we do, you know, I wanted to send you up guys up a good video with backing, but it's just we hadn't had. If we look at those flags are blowing hard right now, and I can't film like I want to with the wind blowing the way it is, so I can't make a really good instructional backing video for you right now, but I will with him, and we'll get that content to you. So, you know, although the videos may be a little bit long, I would hope that 30 minutes out of your day right now, you would view that as a potential saving you several months of mistakes, going to the wrong company or not really understanding what the process truly is, or saying, oh, I'm not going to go to that company because this rumor. Now you're hearing it from, you know, all my students do it. They've always, even when I was at the other company, I always have my students straight up. They do an exit video when I'm not in the truck. I do not edit their exit videos so that they can tell you exactly the truth of their experience. Okay? That way you'll know the truth, not just some, you know, talking head on YouTube that's filling you full of negative bullshit. You need to know what the truth is, okay? And you're going to get that with me. So, 33 minutes right now of me running my mouth and 2 minutes of you running yours. Like, that's why it's my damn show. Hell, I get to run my mouth. I like talking shit. So
yeah, I hear that about truckers.
yeah. All right.
You had a couple of them in class.
Yeah, don't want to shut up.
We steered away from them.
Yeah, well, at least I'm running my mouth. I'm giving you some information you can use. Yeah. Them other dudes just talk about, you know,
the same story about like.
Yeah, and it's well, you didn't hear the same story. You heard the same bullshit lie. You know, back when I was a Martian, I ain't going to hear that shit, man. You know, I think it has something to do with driving the truck and smelling too much goddamn diesel fuel. I don't know what's wrong with it, man. It's a whole lot of batshit crazy. Anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. We're gonna start. You know, I was a little bit slow about uploading those videos because I want him to get comfortable with the truck, comfortable with me before we started making videos. And but we're gonna become more repetition. The more I do, the shorter they'll have to be, because we don't have to pack, you know, 5 videos worth of information in one. Okay, so just hang in there and we're gonna get you taken care of. Any last words before we get him out of here? Deuces. Till I see you again, deliver undistracted. And here's your boop. Boop.